Being the president of a country is a delicate balancing act. Being the president of the United States of America, even more so. Ask Joe Biden. He tiptoes through diplomatic minefields every day. He walks the tightrope of domestic policy. We can't say if he does a very good job of that. But when it comes to walking on solid, hard ground, he is obviously bad. The US president is often caught tripping or stumbling. You saw that. Biden's stumbles make more news than his policies, and that's saying something. So his team now has a new mission: prevent the president from tripping. Sounds like quite the mission impossible. But let's look at their plan for now. It's not very drastic. Just a few extra measures here and there. One of them is wearing tennis shoes. Biden has swapped his formal shoes for tennis kicks. They're less slippery, which means more grip. The other is shorter stairs on Air Force One. That is Biden's presidential plane. That is the US presidential plane. He uses it whenever he travels. Now, if you've tracked his visits, you must know that this set of stairs is his arch nemesis. He has tripped on them multiple times. So his team found the perfect solution: reduce the number of steps. The fewer the steps, the lesser the chance of tripping. It sounds simple, right? But it's not going so well for them, because Biden is still tripping. In fact, he nearly slipped on the stairs yesterday. He just arrived in Michigan. He was getting off the aircraft, and just like that, he nearly slips again. It was not major, but you can see him losing balance there. So shorter steps are surely not helping. And these falls hurt him, not just physically, but also politically. Because America is going to polls next year. Biden will turn 81 this year. If he wins the election, he'll be 86 by the time he completes the next term. And that's really old. So Americans are concerned. Age discrimination may be banned in the workplace, but the president's employers, the people of America, are not shy about their bias. 3 out of 4 American adults think that Biden is too old for office. 3 out of 4. They say he won't be an effective president in the second term. And what does Biden say about this? Does he agree with them? Listen to this.
I tell you what, someone said, that Biden, he's getting old, man. I tell you what. Well, guess what? The only thing that comes with age is a little bit of wisdom. I've been doing this longer than anybody, and I guess what? I'm going to continue to do it with your help.
You heard that. He makes a good point. But wisdom is not the only thing that comes with age, you see. Age also brings health-related issues like immobility or balancing difficulties, and Biden is already facing some of them. In fact, Democrats are not so worried about Trump rising in the polls. They're more worried about Biden falling down. And remember, this is a sitting president. Election should be a breeze for him. Usually, odds are always in favor of the incumbent. But in Biden's case, his age is a big issue, because while elections are fought on policies, they're also fought on perceptions. Take the 1960 election, for example. Richard Nixon was debating John F. Kennedy. It was the first presidential TV debate in America. Some 70 million people tuned in. Nixon had just left the hospital. He wasn't wearing any makeup, and he was sweating profusely. Kennedy, on the other hand, was charismatic. I'm sure what they said also influenced their voters, but most experts say Nixon's sweat cost him the polls. Kennedy won that election. A similar scene played out in 1996. Republican Bob Dale was against Democrat Bill Clinton. Dale was 73 years old. He'd had a terrible fall ahead of the elections. He fell off the campaign platform, and the picture of him falling went viral. Clinton, on the other hand, was energetic and younger. He won. Long story short, appearances do matter in elections. The only saving grace for Biden is that his top opponent is not exactly spring chicken. If Biden is old, so is Donald Trump. He's 77 years old. If he wins, he'll be 82 by the time he completes his second term. And guess what? Half of US adults say Trump too is too old for office. Basically, America has no choice. It must pick one of these two old white men. And it must grapple with that age-old question: how old is too old to become the President of the United States?